What's up everybody, it's the Fire Specialist here and welcome to more Pokemon Yellow. Last time, we explored around Cinnamon Island, discovering a few trades, the good, the bad, and the ugly, along with the Cinnamon Mansion, where we were able to find some good TMs, and more importantly, the key to the gym. And today, this is exactly what we're going to be doing, taking on the 7th Kanto gym. Yo, Champion Macon. The hot-headed Blaine is a fire Pokemon pro. Douse his spirits with water. You better take some burn heal. Yeah, the Cinnamon Island Pokemon Gym. It is a fire-type gym, so we were right at home here. Cinnamon Island Pokemon Gym leader Blaine. Winning trainers Gary. Tourists, they ruined the island. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. First of all though, this gym puzzle per se, these little tape recorder things I used to call them, they contain quizzes. Get it right and the door opens to the next room. Get it wrong and face the trainer blocking the way. If you want to conserve your Pokemon for the gym leader, then get it right. Here we go! Caterpie evolves into Butterfree. These are some old school trick questions. Caterpie evolves into Metapod. However, Caterpie will eventually become Butterfree, so the answer is yes. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. Now, you can still fight the trainers, and that's what we're going to do. This is a playground for Stormy, and Nidoking for that matter, but we're going to use Charizard. I was a thief, but I became straight as a trainer. And while we're in here, because the Pokemon variety is a bunch of pure fire types, I think we'll talk about a couple of more Pokemon anime things. Because, oh boy, am I excited about this gym. In the original Kanto saga... oh yeah, you see we have Growlithe here. You'll see Growlithe, you'll see Vulpix, I think Charmander even in here. But, in the original saga though, Volcanic Panic and Riddle Me This, we'll reverse the order, Riddle Me This and Volcanic Panic were my two favorite episodes. Ash vs. Blaine, part 1 and part 2, best episodes ever. Because of one Pokemon in there that we will get to later on in this episode. But I've always enjoyed the fact that they come in on a boat, because of course they didn't really show Ash using HMs, but they have the boat, which is different than SS Anne, which is what I kind of thought would be the case, but I guess not. After all, that boat kind of got destroyed. But it was full of riddles and funny moments. Like, Ash not getting a single one, especially the one where it's like, the umbrella keeps your head dry, but you don't wear it because you lost it. Okay, that's a wig. Not to mention, a gym battlefield over a pool of lava is it just goes hard in the paint, man. Like, we don't see that type of thing anymore. You see Flannery, you see, Chili, a bunch of people that just have standard gyms. And yeah, that's kind of why we're using Charizard. Ash won the Volcano badge for Charizard, despite it being disobedient. We're trying to use it right now though, because we would love to go ahead and get up a couple more levels. We're still kind of looking for that Ember replacement, if you know what I mean. And not there yet. Yow, hot. Kind of reminds me of, Darunia from, Ocarina of Time. Not this one, this one. Pokemon Quiz, test your skill. There are 9 certified Pokemon League badges. No, there are 8. Even though I've always wanted there to be a game with like 10 badges. You can't win. I have studied Pokemon totally. Alright, and what do you have? You have 4 Pokemon. I'm gonna run out of digs, obviously. But we still have Fly, and of course the hilarious Seismic Toss. We'll run out of digs with this one, actually. 34, level 34 Ponyta versus level 43 Charizard. Reverse the numbers. And now we go to level 44. And this Charmander. Look at that, another anime reference. Ash versus Richie. And down goes Charmander. And you have a Vulpix. Yeah, in this gym, if you have a water type, a rock type, a ground type, primarily a water or a rock type, especially a rock type, you'll be pretty set. You could use Golem, you could use your new fossil. Water and rock is quite resistant to fire, so there's that as well. And we just beat another super nerd. What is that sprite, by the way? Like, what is he trying to do? Is he in mid-climb? Is he just crawling? Why is his arm look like it's broken? Head on down here. You can even walk in front of them and they don't even want to battle you right then and there. Pokemon Quiz, test your skill. Poliwag evolves 3 times. This is another one of those kind of trick questions. It should only evolve twice, technically speaking. Once to Poliwhirl and once to Poliwrath. So we will say no. There we go. You're absolutely correct. Go on through. I just like using fire Pokemon. Facts. Fire types are goated. It's funny though, the 3 types that counter fire all are weak to the same type, by the way. Grass. If you're a fire type and a grass type move, that's your perfect coverage. Stab fire and then grass for coverage. Alright, let's use Fly. Our Charizard with the 2-turn moves, because Seismic Toss obviously won't do it. Alright, and now we're getting into the I guess we kill a Seismic Toss there. The non-one shots. Too hot to handle. Isn't that almost a quote from the episode as well? We're going through this, test your skill. Our thunder moves effective against ground element type Pokemon. Very interesting wording there. Our electric types effective the ground type Pokemon. Our thunder types element ground. I actually forgot how it was worded already. I'm gonna say no. There we go. Go on through. But not before we battle you. I know why Blaine became a trainer. One Pokemon and it's Rapidash. One of the faster fire types in the game, actually. And believe it or not, I've never used a Rapidash. It has not really appealed to me, honestly. Now, during the Galarian time of Pokemon, and we got that Galarian Rapidash, I think people were really hoping for maybe just a standard Rapidash evolution that would granted the Fairy type. And maybe with like Pegasus wings, and become like a Levitate Pokemon. Oh, this Fire Spin. Haven't seen one of these moves in a while. Rapidash's attack continues, as the Pokemon Stadium games would say. Keep forgetting, I should probably just click Seismic Toss. Save us some time. Ow! Alright, we'll go on through. Is this, maybe it's the next one. Pokemon of the same kind and level are not identical. That would be correct, right? That's a true statement? Are not identical? Yep. Because of EVs or DVs in this game. You can have 2 Snorlax at level 50 with one 200 hit points and another one 180. But we'll battle you anyway. I've been to many gyms, but this is my favorite. True statement. Like I just said, Kanto's... Okay, cool. I forgot to turn off that notification. Alright, we are back. Go check out him, he's hilarious. Alright, Vulpix though. I mean, there's not much to say. You guys see it's the same Pokemon though. There's been Vulpix, Rapidash, I think we saw some Ninetales, some Charmanders even. And we missed our attack. I don't really want to switch. Trying to get my experience here. Using a 2-turn move, well confused. And it doesn't pay off. Alright, confused no more. I think I put this on the channel before. Maybe. I have a, I had oh god. A genuine random battle, one time where I had a Vulpix and I like made him switch through like 4 of his Pokemon, so I kept using Confuse Ray, Substitute, stuff like that. Roar does not work in trainer battles. Go for the Seismic Toss. There we go. Level 45. Okay, obviously there's like 1 trainer left. Okay, I'm not gonna get it now, so I'm gonna go to my Stormy. And we will do something before the gym battle, which is desperately needed. This many episodes in the what's the phrase? This many episodes in, I can't think of it. Oh well. This is the funny quiz though. TM28 contains Tombstoner. Tombstoner. This game gave us 2 rock type moves. We couldn't have gotten a 3rd with Tombstoner. Isn't TM28 Dig? So that's first of all hilarious. Second of all, you should have gotten it already. But Tombstoner though, by the way, this should become a move. It would age so well. Tombstoner could be the first 100% accurate physical rock move. Make it 90 power. So there's like 90 power Tombstoner, 100 accuracy, or Stone Edge with 80 accuracy, 100 power, and a high chance to crit. That's what we need to do. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna make another move video, aren't I? I'm gonna make another new moves video. I'm gonna start playing that. TM28 contains Tombstoner. No, it does not, but I wish that was a move now. And we'll go on through, and we'll go ahead and use our water type now, which is exactly right here. Fire is weak against H2O. H2O. Super Nero wants to throw some hands, and it's Growlithe. Alright, Stormy, let's use Surf. And it's a one-shot. Who would have thought? Honestly, we need more fire water types. We only have the ones that was that daggone Volcanion. But don't get me wrong, I love Volcanion. It's probably the most disrespected Gen 6 Pokemon there is. If you know, you know. Hey, Stormy grew level 40. Last Pokemon to hit the 40s, I think. Oh, snuffed out. Alright, and there he is. I'm gonna go heal, go get a rare candy, and we'll be right back. Alright, we are back. And we have, I think, about 6 of them. Oh, I can use those too. Let's use these real quick. Carbos. Raises speed. We'll give that to Tauros. Iron raises defense. I think we'll give that to Nidoking. And a calcium. We'll give that to Stormy. And this... Oh, I have 2 rare candies on me because one in the building. Okay, well, I didn't do that, I guess. So we'll save one of them. And we're going to give this to Charizard. We're kind of up there in the levels. We can go ahead and use one real quick. Charizard is trying to learn Flamethrower. Finally, an upgrade to Ember. Ember's 40 base power. Flamethrower is 95 base power. It's just like Ice Beam and it's just like Thunderbolt. We finally have the trifecta of perfect moves on our squad. Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, and Flamethrower. There is no Flamethrower TM in this game. Flamethrower first became a TM in Generation 3. Yeah, 95 accuracy, or 95 power, 100 accuracy. Still has a chance to burn. Absolutely incredible. Alright. We're all healed up. Everything is finally right with the world. Charizard, kind of like Ash's team. Charizard's now the strongest. And we're going to lead off with our Surfing Stormy. It's time to take on the 7th gym leader in Kanto. The Riddle-loving gym leader himself, Blaine. Ha! I am Blaine, the Cinnaboy gym leader. I am the leader. I'm trying to quote my favorite gym leader from my favorite episodes of Kanto. Do you get it? I wear a wig because I'm really Blaine, the gym master. My fiery Pokemon will incinerate all challenges. Ha! You better have Burn Heal. Blaine of Cinnabar Island Gym starts off with Ninetales, Fire type, level 48, with the moves Confuse Ray, Quick Attack, Tail Whip, and Flamethrower. We are under leveled, but that's because it's such a weird jump of the level spikes still, even though this is technically lower than the last 2 levels of the aces of the gyms. I mean, when I say that, I mean, you know, one shot with that. And it is a Confuse Ray. Well, hey, he does lead off, though, with the same Pokemon he does in the anime. That's good, right? Just like the anime. A game centered around the Pokemon anime. Blaine starts off with the same Pokemon, and we attack ourselves. Stormy, this is supposed to be your gym. There we go. Alright. Now, we're definitely going to talk about something here in a bit. But, in the anime, he actually has a Pokemon that's not fire type. That being Rhydon, which I think is really cool actually. And that is what I think created its ability in Generation 3 and onward. I mean, Lightning Rod, the infamous aim for the horn scene. Yeah. But in this game though, his next Pokemon is Rapidash, level 50, fire type, with the moves Takedown, Growl, Stomp, and Fire Spin. If he gets you with that Fire Spin, it could be all over, so maybe they'll miss it, or maybe we will get a critical hit. That Rhydon was pretty interesting though, since they didn't have an official referee whenever, that might actually... Good, okay. Well, that was unexpected there, Stormy. Well, you know what? Since he's on his second Pokemon, I'll go with my next Pokemon, Pikachu. And we'll take it out just like Pikachu did Rhydon. Now, Blaine's final Pokemon. I don't think I mentioned this Pokemon's name very much in the series. It's Arcanine, level 54, Fire type, with the moves Reflect, Takedown, Flamethrower, and Fire Blast. In the anime, he has Magmar. My favorite Generation 1 Pokemon, and my favorite Pokemon before Typhlosion, was Magmar. I absolutely loved when he said, you know, come out Magmar, and it came out of the lava, not even a Pokeball. And it was just an incredible scene. It had Fire Punch, Flamethrower during the rematch of Skull Bash. It showed off Fire Blast, which is my favorite Pokemon move of all time. But in a game with so many Pokemon anime references, there's Fire Blast. they don't give Blaine Magmar. I don't get it. And that's about how the anime went. You know what? Sure. We gotta do it, right? But I'll tell you what's even worse though. Growing up, I didn't have red and blue. I didn't even do it, but I was fully paralyzed. Aerial seismic toss. But I didn't grow up with red and blue. I had yellow. And not only is Magmar not on Blaine's team, Magmar is uncatchable in Pokemon Yellow. I hate to spoil the move. We just got our 7th badge, but I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. It's very interesting because Red and Blue were obviously version exclusives. Both games had Jinx from the trade, which is also not in this game. And the counterpart to Magmar, or the third Pokemon in this trio, is Electabuzz, which is also not in this game. Pokemon Red players could have, I believe it was Electabuzz and Jinx. Pokemon Blue had Magmar and Jinx. And Pokemon Yellow players get none of them. It's honestly crazy. We have this too. Oh yeah, we get TM38, which is the Fire Blast attack. It's 120 base power at 85 accuracy, so it's actually a little less than Blizzard, but more than Thunder. So Charmeleon and Ponyta would be good best to teach it to. I actually do have a Pokemon I want to teach it to. You won't see this very often, but there's reason behind it. Tauros normally has a special attack of like, I think it's like 45 or something like that. Generation 1, Tauros has a special stat of 70. So Charizard has Flamethrower, and Tauros is going to learn Fire Blast. It still doesn't help it out against rock types. I mean, we have Nidoking, Starmie, Victory Bell. Charizard would dig if we want to be risky. I mean, there's only 2 rock moves, so why not? Pikachu is submission, so we are going to go ahead and forget Stomp. We don't need it. We have Body Slam, we have Hyper Beam, Tail Whip to even increase that damage and more. And we're going to teach Tauros Fire Blast. Why not? So, that's it. Yeah. I basically talked about what I want to talk about. I've been really waiting for this episode because as a Pokemon player growing up, my first time using Magmar was Gen 2. I mean, obviously I used it in Pokemon Stadium, but like for an in-game playthrough of sorts, it was Johto. Did you get it around the 4th badge in the wild, which is incredible. And then Crystal ruined that with like putting it in the end game. The end game. The super end game, like Larvitar's end game. But yeah. I remember trading a Magmar from Gold, thanks to the time capsule stuff, the time capsule trade center, trading a Magmar from Gold over to Yellow, so I could actually have a Magmar in my copy of Yellow. It's hilarious. So, with that out of the way though, we have 7 badges. I'm going to show you guys just how long it's going to take us to get to our 8th badge. Let's fly to Viridian City. I didn't point this out at first here, I kind of wishing I did, but there is something else here that we didn't go over. Yeah, over here. This is the 8th gym. We're here already. So, next time on Pokemon Yellow, we're going to do a couple other things and do a little bit of pattern. There's 2 areas we have not fully been to yet that involve stuff like Surf and Strength. And they involve some super rare Pokemon. Notice I'm saying 2, because the third will have to come later. So next time on Pokemon Yellow, I say we go do some exploring and some hunting. See you guys then.